so today's video is going to be a talk through makeup tutorial using all Bobbi Brown products. This is the look that I came up with here. It's really easy to do at home. It's really wearable. I used a little bit of glitter, so it's more of a nighttime look, but when I'm doing the eye, I will tell you how to keep it more daytime appropriate as well. I am going for the messy bun look today because it's raining and horrible outside, and I just don't feel like straightening my hair because it's only going to get ruined when I go outside anyway. If you're wondering why this video is a makeup tutorial and not another New York vlog, it's because I deleted all of the rest of my vlog footage off my camera by accident. So hence why there hasn't been videos for the last week. I've been trying my best to find the footage and I don't know what I've done with it. I have been able to recover a couple of clips, but not enough, I don't think, to make another vlog. So I'm so sorry. The last New York vlog that went up might be the last one, so I'm really sorry. I was so looking forward to editing and uploading the next vlogs. I'm absolutely gutted because I took so much footage, but it's just one of those things that happens. There's nothing I can do. I'm not going to dwell on it and get upset. It's just, it is what it is. So I'm sorry I haven't had a video up in a few days, but without further delay, let's just get on to the Bobbi Brown makeup tutorial. Okay, so first I started off with the Bobbi Brown Extra Bright Advanced Serum. This is a really hydrating serum that also added a little bit of a sheen and a glow to my skin, so I really like that. And now I'm going to use the Skin Smoothing Pore Perfector. Yep, that's all it's called. I have been finding lately that those really silicone-y type primers just don't work on my skin. And this one is like kind of like a cream, so you just massage that into your nose and wherever you get pores, really. For me, that's my nose and like beside my nose. And I'm also going to use some on my forehead where I have some lines, and it just feels like a cream. I just find when I use silicone primers, kind of like those very popular silicone ones, can't even think of any names right now, but I just find that after a few hours my face looks really dry and my makeup starts to kind of come off in patches over it. I really don't like them. So this one is kind of like smoothing and hydrating at the same time, but it doesn't feel silicone-y or claggy on your skin. I'm also just using that around my mouth because my skin has just been so uneven and horrible since I got back from New York. I'm sorry if the lighting is kind of iffy today. It is extremely gloomy outside. It's raining so bad. I hope you can't hear the rain, but I like how it sounds, but I hope it's not interfering with this video. Now I'm going to apply the Bobbi Brown Intensive Skin Serum Foundation SPF 25 in the shade Sand. I really hope this matches me. I have quite a bit of fake tan on my neck right now, as you can see. We're two different colours. Hopefully it'll match me. If not, we'll just add some bronzer. So this is a very interesting foundation. It comes in a dropper like this. I'm just going to add a few drops here to the back of my hand. It's looking very pale on my hand, so I don't think it's going to match my tan, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. We will make it work. This foundation is apparently for normal to dry skin, which I'm very dry right now since coming back off long haul flights. And it's also supposed to have like hair on my face. It's also meant to be kind of like a hybrid foundation. So you're getting foundation pigment, but the skincare benefits of a serum. So it's supposed to be like anti-aging. You've also got that SPF in there. And it's supposed to help with like lifting and firming and all that good stuff. I'm applying that with the Bobbi Brown Full Coverage Face Brush, which I really like. This is a really nice foundation brush. As I expected, this foundation is just a tad light for me, but it's actually not too bad. So as you can see so far, this is very luminous and looks very hydrating on my skin. So I feel like the girls who are going to love this are the girls who like very light, luminous, hydrating foundations. If you are a full coverage matte foundation loving girl, this isn't going to be the one for you. I think this would make a stunning everyday foundation for the normal to dry girl and the girls who like the lighter skin foundation. It is definitely buildable as well, so you know, you're going to get coverage out of this. It's not that light. You're still going to get a light to medium buildable coverage, but it is that very dewy, luminous finish. It looks like good skin. It's like good skin in a bottle. Yeah, that's a really good way of describing it. If you want a foundation that looks like your skin and not makeup-y, this is gorgeous. I just feel like my skin is happy right now. Like, it doesn't feel dry or horrible or makeup-y. It just feels moisturized. I don't feel like I'm wearing makeup at all. I feel like I'm wearing a nice serum or moisturizer, which is a huge bonus. So now I'm going to correct some darkness underneath my eyes. I don't have too much today. I've actually been getting some sleep. I'm going to use the shade Extra Light Bisque in the Intensive Skin Serum Corrector. Whoa, long names. And I'm just going to dot a little bit of that where I get these blue tones, and then pat that in with my finger. You've probably heard about Bobbi Brown's correctors and concealers already. They are so famous amongst the beauty community for just being the most amazing correctors. Like, I hear every makeup artist and beauty guru under the sun talk about them, and rightly so. So this one gives you that correcting color, the pink, but it's so light. And if you also suffer with very dry, crepey under eyes, this is really hydrating. So as you can see there, I don't look like I have a lot of product under my eyes, but I'm completely bright and awake under there. I feel like one of my biggest makeup issues that I have in my life is feeling like I have to pile on the concealer to make myself look awake and bright, whereas actually just using a little bit of corrector is enough. Sometimes you don't need quite as much product as you think. It's actually the products that you're using, and thin layers of the right products is better than just packing on the wrong product. It took me a while to learn that, but we're here now. So now I'm going to brighten and conceal with the shade number 5 Sand in the Intensive Skin Serum Concealer. I'm going to use that under the eye like so. It's a nice yellow tone for brightening. I'm going to use it like that, and I'm going to blend that with my finger to just brighten and make those eyes look even more awake and just lovely. You can tell I haven't sat down and filmed a makeup video like properly in a while. Again, this is super light and really, really hydrating on the eyes, so you don't feel like you have thick layers of concealer under the eye. It covers without any heaviness at all, which I have been a huge fan of lately. Oh, the lighting has gone crazy. I love that. 100% recommend that concealer and corrector. Now I'm using the Bobbi Brown Skin Weightless Powder Foundation in the shade 2 Sand to set areas of my makeup that I know will move around a little bit. I'm not going to be overly heavy-handed with this. I just want to set the makeup lightly. This is Bobbi Brown's version of, let me think, it would be like MAC Studio Fix Powder, or yeah, MAC Studio Fix Powder is probably a good comparison to this. You've got coverage in there and it will set down your makeup, but it's all about how you apply it. You could wear this as a foundation, but I'm just using it on a duo fiber brush very lightly to kind of set my makeup. You don't need to set your makeup if you don't like to, but I know my skin and I know that my makeup loves to just slide off. Now I'm going to do some bronzing and a little bit of sculpting on my face using the Bobbi Brown bronzing powder in the shade number 1 Golden Light. I've heard so much about this bronzer for such a long time. There are so many people on YouTube that love it, so let's get this on my face. I definitely need a little bit of bronzing to get me to match as well, so I'm just dusting that along the perimeter of my face because I have quite a large forehead and that helps to slim it down. Then I'm going to bring it onto my temples. This is a gorgeous cool shade. If you find a lot of bronzers are quite orange in you, you will love this. Like, this is not orange at all. It's a very cool bronze. Perfect if you like to do bronzing and contouring in one step, actually. Just using that on my jawline as well to make it look nice and slim. And just on a slightly more precise brush, I'm just placing that right under the cheekbones. Excuse the fishy face. This is so smooth to bronze on the skin. Like, there's no strong patchiness at all. The color is so blendable. I think this might be my new favorite bronzer, and that is saying something. I have like a drawer full of bronzers. Now I'm going to use this Bobbi Brown Pot Rouge for lips and cheeks in the shade Fresh Melon. When it comes to cream blusher, I always think I have to put them on before powder, and I always gravitate towards applying them with my fingers like this. But when the Bobbi Brown makeup artist was applying this on me the other day, she applied it with a fluffy brush, and I was like, oh. And she also applied it after doing the rest of my makeup, and I was just like, what have I been doing wrong all this time? So I'm going to use a fluffy brush today and kind of just like apply it like I would a powder. See how we go. This is such a beautiful, like, face brightening, youthful shade. I'm just applying it onto the apples. And it's also adding a really nice kind of sheen to the cheeks. And see how it applied? Just like a powder. It doesn't look sticky or blotchy or patchy. Just looks like a blush. I think it's amazing. This is definitely my favorite cream blush formula that I've tried yet, for sure. So now we're on to the exciting part, and that is using the new Bobbi Brown Greige Eyeshadow Palette. First of all, look at that packaging. It's like a deep blue, metallic gorgeousness. And then the shades inside are these stunning, cool grey tones. This is a limited edition palette, so if you want it, you're going to have to go and get it quickly. I know not all of you are going to be able to get your hands on this. So what I will do is I will leave 6 or so shades from the Bobbi Brown Core collection below. I'll leave the names of the shades that are very similar to what's in this, so that if you can't get this, maybe you can go out and buy those single shadows so you don't feel like you've missed out. I have very grey blue eyes, and grey tones on grey blue eyes just makes them really pop, so I'm excited to get these on my face. So to start off, I'm using the lightest shade in the palette with the Bobbi Brown Eye Sweep brush, and I am just packing that all over the lid area because I don't want any stickiness or anything left that's going to make my eyeshadows not blend nicely or make them go patchy. Putting down this light base, no matter what eyeshadow look you're going for or products you're using, putting down a light base is going to help with the blending process. So just pack that on. This brush is perfect for packing it on as well. I'm really impressed with all of these brushes. They're so soft. Don't mind my brows if they're looking a little bit hairy because I'm going to get them done in a Benefit brow bar soon, so don't look too closely. Now I'm going to take this light grey shade on the tip of a fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend that into my crease to create a kind of transition shade. This lighting today is killing me. Go away, sun. You're too hard to regulate. Now I'm going to take this shade here on that eye sweep brush, and I'm going to pack that onto the lid. Just up as far as the crease. This brush is so soft. I feel like if you just stopped here, this would be a really nice everyday smoky eye. I really like that shade. Now, using a slightly more precise blending brush, I'm going to take this shade here and apply that into my crease. It's got a little bit of shimmer into it, but nothing obnoxious. It's just going to deepen up that socket line. I'm not trying to create a hard eye look today. I'm not trying to do anything very technical or makeup artisty. This is just an eye look for your everyday girl. I am not a makeup artist, and I know a lot of you are not either, so this is not supposed to be difficult. This is just creating a nice and simple look at home. I'm just dabbing that on that outer corner as well, just to intensify, and then grabbing that blending brush, softening that out again. Now I'm just using my finger on that glittery shade, and I'm pressing that into the center of my eyelid. It's not like a crazy, like in your face glitter that isn't very wearable. This is like a grown-up glitter. Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it, I think. It's grown-up glitter. And I'm just applying that to the center of my lid, and it's just creating a kind of metallic look. This would probably look even more intense if you had a cream base underneath. I'm also going to add some of this silver glitter to the inner corners. to give them a little bit of shine. I'm just taking a fluffy brush and that first grey shade and smoking a little bit of that under the outer corner. I just kind of like to apply it there and kind of drag it out a little bit, because I have quite small round eyes and this just gives them a more elongated appearance in my opinion. You might not think so, but I do. Now I'm using the Bobbi Brown. I keep saying Bobbi Brown, but of course it's Bobbi Brown because it's a Bobbi Brown tutorial. I'm going to use the Intense Pigment Liner in the shade Black Plum, and I'm going to take it from the very grey side, and I'm using the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eyeliner brush. So I'm just going to smoke that cake liner along my lashes. It's just a much softer way of doing liner. If you find that you're not the best at liquid liner and stuff as well, you need to try a powder or cake liner, because it gives you that definition without feeling like you can mess up with liquid liner. So now it's really smudgy and kind of grungy looking. I love it. I don't have a Bobbi Brown mascara right now, so I'm going to apply some Benefit Roller Lash really quickly. Okay, so mascara is on, and lastly I'm just going to finish off by putting the Pot Rouge for lips and cheeks that I used on my cheeks on my lips as well. It's a nice peachy colour, and because we've got so much going on in the eyes, I really don't need much on the lips. That's really nice. I really like that. If you like my watch that I'm wearing in this video, it's from Daniel Wellington, and I will leave the link to the website below if you want to check it out. And I also have a cheeky discount code, so you can check that out in the description box below. So this is the finished look. I hope you like it and that you picked up some tips and tricks, or maybe some Bobbi Brown products that you'd like to try. Let me know in the comment section what videos you'd like to see next. And I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I will see you again very soon.